Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. I'm going to be covering some gaming projects in this video. Some that I think are going to do absolutely fantastic in this bull run, and some that are, even though they're my favorites, I don't think are doing so well. So I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today's video may upset some people, just fair warning out there. But the goal of this video is not to piss any of you off. It's to get you to think about the coins that you're holding and take a deep look at them and decide if there's something you want to hold or sell and move your funds into something else for better gains in this bull run. So let's jump into it here. All right, I'm going to be covering some projects on here. The first one I'm going to cover is Engines of Fury. I've been covering this one recently on my channel. I'm very bullish on this project. I'm going to show you why here. There's some other projects on here that I don't even have in my portfolio that are still looking really good that I'm going to cover on this video that are showing good projections for growth. And there's one of my favorite projects that I'm going to cover on this video that's not doing so great. And I'm a little bit concerned about it being in my portfolio because even though I love the project and I love the team and I love everything about the project, the trends on it are not doing well compared to these other projects. So I have to make the decision. Do I hold and hope that it turns around, or do I sell and move my funds into something I think are going to do better? I'm going to have to make that decision at some point here pretty soon before we take off into this bull run, because some of these projects like Engines of Fury I don't think are going to stay where they're at very long. So Engines of Fury, and this video is not to piss anyone off, just want to say that outright because, you know, I'm just showing you the numbers here and that's all I'm going to do. You guys do what you want to do with you and your portfolio. And if there's other coins that you're holding in your portfolio, gaming projects, maybe you should look at the same thing here and decide for yourself whether the other ones you're holding are coins that you want to hold or not. And some of them, there may be a reason why they're not doing so well currently, because maybe they're waiting on certain things to happen before they start taking off. But so Engines of Fury, currently at under 5 million market cap. This is extremely low market cap for this game, and I'm going to tell you that right now. Yes, the fully diluted evaluation is at 50 million. I do understand that. We're going to have more tokens, I think maybe 40% of the supply into circulation approximately by the middle of next year, when we should be peaking around this bull run. So there is going to be some dilution of the value of this token. But inside of the bull run, it's not going to matter too much typically if we get a big bull run. So if we look at Engines of Fury on their X page, they already have 216,000 followers. And they have, you know, basically been on here since 2021. They joined October 2021, but they didn't really become a crypto coin project until just the last month here. So we'll look at the trajectories of this one here. First of all, I'm going to show you all the projects and where they're at. Then I'm going to show you their X page, and then we'll jump into the metrics of them. The next one I'm going to cover on here is Miria. Miria is currently at 116 million market cap, fully diluted, 300 million market cap. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Miria is a great project, and this is not one that I'm going to consider selling. I'm going to consider holding this one for a long time. I think this one's likely to get in the billions of market cap. Engines of Fury, I think, is going to get up to where Miria is now and beyond this. So I think it's going to do extremely well in the bull run and be a lot higher than where it's at. Miria is doing pretty well. Its market cap, like I said, over 100 million, and I expect this one to get into the billions. So if we go to Miria's X page here, they also have over 237,000 followers on their X page. So they're doing really well, and they're growing on here, and I'll show you their trajectory as well. And this is an important thing to follow, is X growth, because X is, you know, pretty much the social media platform for crypto. It's the biggest social media platform for crypto, and this gives you a good idea of how the projects are doing. Another one I want to cover on here is Games for a Living, currently at only 26 million market cap. This one hasn't been doing so great compared to Miria, even though they both kind of started out around the same time. They're still that has to happen with Games for a Living, and they have the right team to make this thing take off. They are on a growth trajectory here, which I'll show you in a little bit here. If we go to their X page, they have almost 60,000 followers, not as big as Miria and Engines of Fury, so they're lagging behind a little bit on this one, but they are showing growth. And they do have a couple games that they're working on, so right now, you know, they've got to get some more games out and get these launched on some of the big platforms that they've been talking about launching these games on, and I think this one will do better, and I'll show you the growth trajectory on GFAL here as well. The next project I want to show you on here is Shrapnel, and I think that, you know, Engines of Fury and Shrapnel are going to be kind of close with each other, only Shrapnel is about 10x ahead of Engines of Fury in market cap, and I'm very confident that Engines of Fury is going to catch up to Shrapnel here and, you know, get to further ahead than where it's at currently. Now, Shrapnel's got a long ways to go on this bull run, and I think it's going to do really well. It's already at 60 million market cap. This is likely to get into the hundreds of millions of market cap easily, and possibly into the billions of market cap, and I think that Engines of Fury will get there as well. So if we go to the market cap history, it did get up to 166 million market cap, so almost a 3x of where it's at now. And that would basically, you know, put its fully diluted market cap about around $1 billion. And I'm expecting Engines of Fury to catch up to here. So if Engines of Fury's market cap was to get to $1 billion fully diluted market cap, that would be like a 20x from here. So, and I think it's pretty easily going to do that. And, you know, likely, you know, the market cap itself will grow even bigger than a 20x, but there's going to be some dilution in the value, so that's why I'm going by fully diluted market cap. So, Shrapnel's doing well. We'll look at its trajectory as well. So if we take a look at Shrapnel's social media page here with X, they've got almost 500,000 followers, so they have quite a big following on X, bigger than all these other projects combined. But you also have to keep in mind the market cap on Shrapnel is much bigger than the others, so it's already had a lot of growth. I am expecting Engines of Fury's social media to catch up to this one eventually. You know, so right now, you know, their token launched sooner than Engines of Fury, even though they've both been on X for about the same amount of time. But the Shrapnel's token launched, you know, a while ago, and Engines of Fury's token just launched. So I'm expecting now that the token's launched, it'll start to catch up to Shrapnel once we get bullish and get a big gaming bull run going again, because Shrapnel already went through a really bullish phase with crypto gaming late last year, and once we get into the next one, you're going to see Engines of Fury likely catch up to this one. That's just my opinion. So, you know, I just want to compare their X pages and show you where they're at here with these ones. The next one I want to cover on here is Playable Games. Playable Games is at 17 million market cap, fully diluted 17.8 million. So it's almost all the coins are in circulation, and you know, this one's been out for a little while, but it's got most of its coins in circulation here, and that's, you know, a good thing. This one here is also doing fairly well. If we go to their X page, they do have about 29,000 followers, so not quite as big as GFAL and some of these other ones. So this one isn't quite doing as well growth-wise, but it is still on a growth trajectory. So Playable should do okay, but it's not one of my favorites, and it's not one that I have in my portfolio just because I don't think it's going to be as big as some of the others. Now I'm going to cover Medicaid on this video here. Medicaid is one of my favorite projects. I love the team. I love everything that they're doing, and I'm not trying to bash the Medicaid at all, because it is a pretty big holding of mine. But the growth of this project, as far as social media on it, has gone downhill. And it's currently at a 17 million market cap, fully diluted to 19 million. It's really going to depend on this one, what kind of exchanges they get, because right now they're on BitGet and Bitmart, and that's it. They were on Mexi, but they decided to delist from there because Mexi had some bots that were trading and pushing the price down with this one, and there was some shady stuff going on with that in Mexi, so they decided to delist it. The community voted on it, so it kind of hurt the project early on as far as growth. Hopefully they can get on some bigger exchanges soon and this one will recover, but this is one I'm a little worried about. We'll show you the growth metrics on it for X and its trajectory and that's what I'm mostly concerned about. They have done some good moves recently, and they are switching to Base for the Medicaid token, and they're moving it from Ethereum over to Base, so that's a good thing, and that should help this project. But it is one that I'm a little concerned about, one of my larger gaming holdings. So if you go to Medicaid on X, they have 38,000 followers currently, so they have a decent amount of followers. Not as big as some of the others, but they are up there with Playable, which is a good sign. And we'll have to take a look at the growth trajectory on this one and see where it's headed. The last one I'm going to cover on this video is Wagie Games, and this one is currently at 20 million market cap. And I'll show you the trajectory on this one as well, but if we go to the max here, it looks like it launched in early 2022, so right after the previous bull run. So this one also hasn't had a bull run yet, and I don't think any of these games have had a full bull run yet. So this one could do pretty well. If we go to their X page here, Wagie does have 63,000 followers, so that is good. That's a good sign for this one. It's pretty low market cap for what it is. This one could surprise a lot of people and do pretty well, and we'll look at its trajectory as well, but I think this one's going to do okay, and at its current market cap, it could, like I said, at 20 million, it could do really well, and it's almost fully diluted around the same value, so there's not going to be much dilution of the price of this token from more coins coming into circulation, because it has about 90% of its coins in circulation already, so that's a good sign as well. Also, if you look at Engines of Fury, this is another thing that just happened recently that I'm very bullish on. They have revealed that they've partnered with Michael Zink. He's a former VP of Emerging Technologies at Warner Brothers, and he's going to be an advisor for Engines of Fury. So this is a very bullish sign, and they've been working with huge plans on expansion for this game, and now they've got this guy on board, and this is going to be a positive move for them. They've already got almost 100,000 views on this on their X page with this post here that just happened a couple days ago. So very bullish on Engines of Fury and where it's going, but I think this one's going to do really well, and it's a much lower market cap, so the potential for it is huge. So if we go to socialblade.com, you guys can go to socialblade.com and you can put in any X profile or anything, and basically see the trajectory and the growth of the projects. It'll tell you how they're doing daily here, how their growth is going. But if you look at the overall growth for Engines of Fury, it's in an upward trend. It was at 41,000 followers until March of this year, and then it shot up to over 200,000 followers since the announcement of its token launch here. So it is on a very strong upward trend. This is very good for Engines of Fury being a brand new project, and I think this one's going to do extremely well. And I think it's extremely early for this one, and the time to take advantage of the price of this one is now, before we go into a big bull run and this coin starts taking off. So I'm just telling you guys that right now, because everybody missed out on Miria and GFAL when they were extremely low market caps. And this one here is an opportunity, in my opinion, not financial advice, to take advantage of this while it's extremely low, because I'm very bullish on it and I think it's going to take off. If we go to Shrapnel here, you can see that Shrapnel is also on an upward trend. So Shrapnel is on a strong upward trend as well, and I think this one's going to do very well also, but it is already a higher market cap, so that's why I'm not investing in this one. I think that Engines of Fury will catch up to this one, and that'll be where the most gains are. So the next one I want to look at here is Miria, and as you can see, Miria has been on an upward trend as well. Not as steep as Engines of Fury and Shrapnel, but it is on an upward trend, so it's a positive sign for Miria that it is slowly growing. From April of 22 of last year, it only had 27,000 followers. Now it's up to over 200,000 followers for Miria, so it is growing and it's on an upward trend, so very positive for Miria as well. So if we go to GFAL, as you can see, GFAL is on an upward trend as well. I had a downward trend for a while there, and then around September of last year it started picking up again, so it is on an upward trend now, and GFAL is growing, so this is a positive sign for GFAL. Same with this chart here for monthly growers. It's kind of been real steady and on a slight upward trend, so it's growing every month for GFAL, just slowly growing, so it's a good sign as well for this project. If we go to Playable, also this one is also on an upward trend, so this is a positive sign for Playable Games. It's on a constant upward trend here, So it is also in a positive trend, so this is a good sign for this project. Now we'll jump into Medicaid here. This is what kind of concerns me with Medicaid. Their total followers weekly has just been on a decline since last year, and it's slowly been declining. And it was up to over like 54,000 followers, and now it's down to like 38,000 followers. So it has had a decline. I'm hoping this will turn around soon now that once they get on BSC Network. They really need some exchange listings, and hopefully this will turn the trend around with Medicaid. They haven't really been doing any marketing because they've been waiting for the bull run to start pushing marketing, but they did mention in the most recent AMA that they're going to start marketing. So I'm not sure if they've actually started that yet or not, but I'm going to check on their next AMA and see what they're doing, because this is one of my larger holdings and I'd like to see this one do well. But if it's going to be on a negative trend like it is now, I might have to swap this one out for something. So also look at Wagie Games here. They are monthly growing, and as you can see, they have been growing from 18,000 up to 72,000 within the last 4 or 5 months here. So this is a really positive sign for Wagie Games, and it's been on a good steady upward trend. So this one is growing strong, and likely the price will follow if you follow the trends on social media. So we'll have to keep an eye on these projects. You have to keep an eye on your projects and see how they're doing and evaluate from time to time whether there's something that is doing well or performing poorly. I don't think Medicaid is necessarily performing poorly, but they're not on an upward trend, so that concerns me a little bit. I'm going to keep an eye on it and decide at some point what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and wait to see what they're doing with exchange listings, because that's going to be the main thing. If we get into a gaming trend here and they don't get any more exchange listings and they're not growing, it might be something that I have to look at getting rid of and moving my funds into something that's going to give me some better performance, but we'll have to see. It's not a huge portion of my overall portfolio, so I'm not too concerned about it. It's less than 5% of my total portfolio, so not a big deal, but it is one of my larger gaming holdings compared to some of the others in my portfolio. But just got to review your projects, guys. Take a look at the trends on Social Blade, see what they're doing, see if they're growing or not. Keep an eye on them and judge from yourselves which ones you want to add to your portfolio or which ones you want to keep, which ones you want to get rid of, so on and so forth. Kind of wanted to get that out there for you guys so you guys can keep an eye on your projects and how they're doing, and then you guys can decide for yourselves what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your coins or anything like that, but I do think personally that Engines of Fury is going to be one of the big hitters that is an extremely low market cap right now, that people are going to be upset if they're missing out on this buying opportunity with it. So that's just my personal opinion and not financial advice, guys, because I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you for sure what these projects are going to do, but I'm trying to help you guys out there and find you some projects that are good ones that are extremely cheap right now. So take a look at them, make the decision for yourself, guys. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget, I do have the free Telegram as well. That'll be in the link in the description of the video below. And don't forget to check out my Discord. That is through Patreon. And you can get into some of these projects like Engines of Fury before they even launch. I can help you get into those if you're in my Discord. You can check that out. It's only $14.99 a month. I appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.